Welcome back to another episode of Spicy Tales Podcast with Kim and Stacy.
Hello.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming back. I'm going to go right into it's not really a Spicy Tale. It's more of events of things that have happened. And the last episode, we talked about my cousin's wedding, and this also was part of my cousin's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
The first night was the Thursday when we first got to Toronto. The Hyatt was mad expensive, and we were like, we're not paying $450 to spend one night. Fuck
Absolutely not.
Immediately, no. So then my sister finds another hotel, which isn't that far away from the where we stayed.
10 minutes away.
Barely. It was really not far. So we get to the Monte Carlo hotel, and it's cute. Whatever.
It's cute.
It's whatever.
It's whatever.
And so we get there, and I go to the front desk. I'm trying to check in, whatever.
Pull up all three of us, me, the Gemini, and my sister.
Which was our first mistake, because I was not aware.
Because we booked it for two people.
And apparently that's a thing.
Yeah.
So we get there, and the guy's like, well, how many of you are sleeping in there? And I should have known when he asked that question.
You really should have known. I actually was low-key a little disappointed. But the thing is, she had just finished doing a 5-hour
I drove for
drive
5 hours.
Because my sister's quick on her feet. But the second he said, because he kind of gave you that was the chance.
Honestly,
many people are you?
My brain was not I was really tired. My neck was killing me, whatever. And I'm like, the three of us? And he's like, well, you booked a room for 2 guests. You have to pay extra. And I was like, well, if we have to pay extra, then I guess she'll go sleep at my mom's because she's not staying.
And you said that right away, too.
Oh, I was not paying extra money. The fuck? Get out of here. So then he's like, okay, whatever. So then we go and get our stuff. We literally basically sneak her in.
Well, because the Gemini then she was starting to get anxious because she didn't want to leave the room, if he was going to question her, because at this point we're thinking we're going to have to walk in the front lobby every single time we go in and out.
Yeah.
However, when we left the room to go to the rehearsal,
we noticed
a side
door.
Yeah.
And I was like,
perfect.
That's exactly what we needed. I never set back foot in that front lobby.
No, you did not.
Not even when we left. I never went back in that lobby. I was like, he will never see me again.
Oh, and also, you do not have to physically go to the front lobby to check out, unless it's a special hotel, I don't know. Or maybe a resort. Okay, yeah. But when you're staying at a hotel in Canada, you don't need to necessarily check out. You just have to be out of that room, though, by the time that you have to check out.
Yeah, so anyways, we sneak her in the room. She stays in the room the whole time.
Yeah.
We go to the rehearsal thing. We come back.
Mm-hmm.
And that fucking motherfucking bitch sleeping. Okay?
No, but this was bad.
But not just sleeping. She is sleeping and I can hear her snoring through the door. Okay? So we go to get into that mother-freaking room. I swipe my card. The door doesn't open. And I'm like, the F. Try again. Nothing. And at this point, both of us don't want to go to the front desk because we
already had issues, kind of.
Yeah, he already started with the whole, how many people
I feel
in the room?
he's keeping an eye on
us. So we're like, oh my God. 15 minutes into
and
walking.
I'm thinking that the card got demagnetized because it happens sometimes when you put it near your phone and it gets demagnetized. Those keys are whack though.
They are.
What the fuck?
Anyways.
So I go to the front.
Yeah, at this point
lobby.
we've been knocking for a solid 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And Stacey's like, okay, fuck it. I'll go to the lobby. I'm gonna go get another key, figure it out. This girl goes to the lobby, she's there for maybe 5 minutes, comes back with 2 keys.
Yeah.
Okay? 2 freshly magnetized keys.
Which, thank God, this guy wasn't holding a grudge. Actually, no, it was a different guy.
Okay, whatever.
It was a different guy.
Whatever. She comes back, try the key again. The key
still
does
work.
not
It doesn't work. But it worked just fine when we got there.
At this point, I am angry.
Oh, my sister was pissed.
I was pissed. I'm kicking the door, banging on the door, all of it. Nothing. I'm calling her over and over and over again. This girl's snores are so loud, she can't hear me knocking.
Oh my God.
I am pissed. I'm tired. I drove for 5 hours. All I want to do is lay in my bed, take my bra off, and smoke a joint outside.
Exactly.
Okay? I'm tired.
Yep.
She still doesn't answer the door. Finally, 35 minutes later, I don't know how she woke herself up. She answers the phone, and I'm like, can you come open this freaking door? She comes and opens the door. It took everything inside me not to push that door right in her face and give her the people's elbow when I got in that room, because I was pissed, okay? I was so mad.
That really made me realize how much, and I think it's because it was also your friend that was doing this, but the way my sister went from like, okay, whatever, it might be the car, to like, I fucking hate this bitch.
This fucking bitch. I was so angry. We opened the door finally. She's like, oh, sorry. I fell asleep. Oh, did you? Did you fall asleep? Did you sleep there, bud? Was it a good nap? Fucking bitch. She's gonna call me after she sees this. Like, you're a fucking asshole.
And the thing is, she already said all of this to her face.
Oh, I went off.
But,
we get in the, no, this is when I knew I was mad. We get in the room and she's like, goes to lay down and she's like, could you put my bag over on the chair? And I was like, actually, no, I can't. I can't put the bag over there. I was like, you can get up and do it yourself.
No, but the Gemini has no shame, though. That's what you have to understand. Like, nothing is like, she doesn't care. She inconveniences anyone.
No, she really doesn't.
I understand why you were so upset.
Then we're like, I'm about to go outside and I'm like, fuck, like, I don't know what to do. The door, like, the key's not working. Only to find out that the reason the key wasn't working was because she locked the fucking door.
Yeah, so this hotel, usually the hotels have, like, when you close it, it locks, and then they have that metal thing to stop it, like the door stopper. But this one didn't have
like
that.
A turn lock.
It had like a regular lock, so that even when you use the key, it doesn't unlock it, which makes sense, actually. So that's the reason why. If she had just kept the regular lock,
finding out that piece of information made me more mad than everything else.
Yeah,
because why would you lock the door to a hotel room you didn't pay for? Are you on crack?
Yeah.
It took everything.
And the thing, it's not that it's not locked. Of course it's locked. It locks when it closes. So she wanted that additional, but I don't know why she would want that additional lock unless she was sleeping through the night and we're all there. So yeah, she really is
just fucked up.
She is not the most considerate person. Not at all.
Anyways, so then we get back, whatever. But before we get in the room, my sister's at the hotel lobby and I'm like,
you're looking around.
Like, there's a lot of questionable women here. Like a lot of hoes. And I was like,
there's some hoes in this house.
Literally, like, oh, there are some hoes in this area code. Like, it was like, and like, I'm not trying to sound like, oh, that girl looks, no. I can tell a hoe from a mile away, okay? You ain't gonna tell me you don't suck dick for money, and I know damn well. Okay, I can spot a working
You know what's funny?
From a mile
when
away.
I looked at them, I didn't necessarily think that. I just thought,
before we even got in the parking lot, she and I were about to go outside to have to smoke, and we were like standing on the side of like there was a Benz there, and there was a girl in the car and a guy in the passenger or in the driver's seat. And before I even passed the car, saw the license plate, anything, I literally said to my sister, I'm like, them hoes is from Montreal. Them hoes is Quebec hoes. Get to the front of the car, no license plate. Who doesn't have a front license plate? Quebec. Okay? Yeah. I know working ting from Montreal when I see
And it was a telly.
And it was a telly. And they need to rename that telly the Monte HoeLow because them hoes was through and through.
Yeah, because even the Gemini, when my sister mentioned it to the Gemini, the Gemini's like, yeah, no, when I went out to eat while you guys were gone, I noticed there was a bunch of hoes here too.
There was a lot of them.
And then after you guys said that, I was looking around and then it all made way more sense. And that is probably why the person at the front desk was giving us an issue about the fact that we were 3 people in a room with 2, because there's a lot of people going in and out of that hotel.
Yeah.
Like throughout the night, we saw a lot of people going in and out of that hotel.
After that, I realized that it's like a big city thing, because I've been in Toronto before. Like I went to Toronto once with my older cousin, my ex, and one of his friends because they were doing like an exam in Vaughan or something like that. And like we had driven through the night because the exam was at like 6 a.m. So we left Ottawa, I think at like midnight, and drove through the night to get there. And then but like because we were sitting in the car, like I'm not the greatest sleeper in a moving vehicle just because it makes me sick. And so when we dropped them off at the exam, his friend and I wanted to go get like a room just to like sleep for a few hours because it was like not just an exam, it was like a full course. So they were gonna be there from 6 a.m. to like 5 at night. So it was like a full day. So we're like, okay, let's go get a room and like we'll crash for a few hours because we were driving right back after they were done. And every time we went to a motel, whatever, they were like, no, like I think they thought I was like
motel especially. I feel like
okay, well, no one's trying to pay $500 for a few hours, so we're trying to go to one for a few hours. But because one, I showed up with him, the girl was like, "We don't do that here." Blah blah. I was like, "Bro, chill. I'm just trying to sleep. Like, it's not even like that." Here? And then we went to like 3 hotels. The last one, I didn't go in with him. I was like, "I'm just gonna stay in the car," because like, and then I slept on the floor and he was like, "You could take the bed." I was like, "No, like you're driving, I feel bad." Like I took the like big blanket and put it on the floor and made a bed, and like I let him sleep there. But like I realized, I'm like, okay, it makes sense. Like y'all are just trying to control the prostitution in the city.
Oh yeah,
because it was through and through and it was thick.
Well, those would be escorts, right? The ones from the Monte HoeLow.
Oh yeah,
those are escorts. So they're higher class. They're at the Monte HoeLow instead of being like on the streets.
Those are streetwalkers.
Those are prostitutes. It's all under the prostitution, right? Umbrella?
Yeah, like it's all under the escort umbrella.
No, it's all under the prostitution umbrella.
Well, escort umbrella, same shit.
But escort is like a hot.
But that's still prostitution.
It is, but that's the thing.
But that's what I'm saying. Prostitution is under the escort umbrella. That's what I'm saying. Escorts.
I feel like the umbrella is prostitution.
Sex work.
Because is a stripper is not. Yeah, she would be technically selling her body for money.
But I think prostitution is having sex.
I think it's selling sex.
Yeah.
So even like OnlyFans women.
But those are not, I feel like that's all sex work because it's all related to sex. It's sex without having sex.
Works. But that's the thing.
But prostitution is actually having sex for money.
And escorting technically too, right?
Well, not necessarily. And not necessarily be an escort and just pay for someone's time.
But that would be, so it's all sex
under
work
the sex work.
And,
like it's all sex work.
It's all technically prostitution. Not necessarily having sex, but sex work. Selling your body, like sexual, do you know what I mean?
I know that, but I think prostitution is actually the act of selling actual physical sex for money.
Okay, I'm gonna look at
like I think, but I'm just like, cause yeah, like you can be an escort and not have sex.
Prostitution definition.
Inserts prostitution.
The practice or occupation of engaging in sexual activity with someone for payment. So it actually is to have sex with someone.
Yeah.
I feel like for an escort, let me look at escort.
Escort is like paying for someone's time. Like you're escorting someone, blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
So they're not the same though.
Well, they can be, but I guess like there's different, I don't fucking know.
A person, vehicle, or group occupancy accompanying another for protection. Okay, no, not that one.
That's called pimping.
Yeah, they don't have like the sexual one. They're just saying like an escort, like assisting someone.
Yeah, which I think because escorts can be, you can just be paid to like be someone's like arm candy or
so it's just
like
all
that.
Sex work then.
Yeah, like I guess.
Yeah.
Because you're selling your time.
Your sexual time.
I mean, it can be sexual, but it can also not be.
Yeah, because prostitution's they're sleeping with you or you're getting oral or something.
Ugh.
Yeah. Prostitutions are doing the hard work.
Yeah, they're doing... Well, no, I was going to say...
Well, the street prostitutions. Then there's the tele prostitutes. And then there's the strippers.
That also sometimes prostitute on the side.
That's the thing. It's like, it's all blurred lines because like you can be a stripper, but most likely you're also an escort
or a prostitute.
or exactly.
I feel like
So,
the umbrella of sex work is very wide.
It's
I
very
commend
wide.
any woman who's out here selling sex without actually having
or
sex.
even sex education could be like sex work, even though you're not having sex with
Yeah, just like
anyone.
selling feet pic can be like,
Exactly.
because people use it for sexual gratification.
Yeah.
So
Or like being a dominatrix, or like literally not.
I
even-
would totally be a dominatrix. That would be fucking lit. I get to belittle
feel-
men and you pay me?
No, because I
That'd
feel
be
like a lot
lit.
of those guys are weird. Like I don't even.
I don't give a
wanna be
damn
around
about the
you.
weirdness. Just give me my money and get out. The hell you want me to tell you? You're a piece of crap. You're a piece of garbage. Now give me my $100 and get the fuck out.
Okay, so another thing here that I have is the racist parents in Vancouver. So I'm just gonna read
Vancouver,
this.
y'all wilding out.
This was spotted at a bus stop in BC. It's like a poster. Join us for whites only moms and tots. Are you looking for somewhere your children can play with others that look like them? Are they tired of being minority in their schools of daycares? Escape forced diversity and join other proud
Not forced diversity.
other proud parents of European children as we create an atmosphere in which our kids can feel like they belong. Invest in your child's sense of well-being and racial identity by giving them the gift of time spent among their own people because they deserve it. There's also a website and an email here.
I guess having family time isn't enough.
You know what? If y'all want to hang out with you guys, I listen.
Do
your thing, man. If you wanna, because it's like if I put a flyer for Haitians, you know, like you want to get close to your community. Like I get the tones, like the undertones, because you're using words like
Whites
you're basically facing you're a minority. Good one, especially in BC, because well, in Canada the minority is never whites, but BC I know that there's a high Asian population, so I don't know if that's shots to Asians or just BIPOC in general, but like, yeah, the white moms. I'm assuming this is like a Karen's group.
Bro, go off. Go enjoy your hangout with your white
literally
friends.
though, and the white friends. Honestly, the white kids are probably like, "But where's Jamal though? Can Jamal come?" and can Ling Ling come? Because they got some fire. They got some fire food. I swear, back in the day when we were growing up, like our food wasn't hype. But I feel like nowadays, growing up, everyone else's food is hyper than just the ragdag peanut butter and jam. So
everything is better than ragdag.
So
even when we went to school, I remember when I was in elementary school, we always had rice and chicken, and all the kids had sandwiches, and I always wanted a sandwich because I was like, that looks lit.
Did they want the rice and chicken is the question.
Do you know how many times I've traded like Haitian food for snacks?
Yeah, because people like good food.
Yeah, and our mom knows how to throw down.
People
So
like
a lot of the
food.
times, there was even a point where mom came to school and made fajitas for everyone. We had like
I remember that. I just remember pizza day.
No, we had in 6th grade, I think it was, we had cultural blah blah blah, and mom came to school and made fajitas. They were fire.
And why did my mom make fajitas when
everyone
Haitian?
was?
I don't know.
No,
but everyone likes fajitas.
We got to pick like a place. Like all of us got to pick a place.
She should have chose Haiti.
We didn't get. It was out of a hat, bro. It wasn't. We didn't.
Okay.
You think mom wouldn't have rather make some rice and beans? Get the heck out of here. It would have been delicious. Those kids, every
fajitas
kid.
are good. I remember mom making a lot of fajitas growing up.
Yeah, like mom's fajitas were fire, and like she made those and whatever, and like people loved her food. So y'all want to keep eating your peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and tuna and freaking
microwaving your Michelina's, like do your thing.
Yeah,
man.
like eat your potato salad, Karen. We don't give a shit. Enjoy. Put your raisins in it. Just don't invite us. It's fine. We're good. We don't want to come to the whites only tots and moms and tots.
Moms and tots.
Like,
Whites
we don't
only
care.
moms and tots.
Enjoy it.
That's crazy.
Don't get mad when your daughter
imagine
makes you
you're
chicken
just
with
like
just salt and
imagine
pepper.
you're a black person like just chilling, and then you see this white person come and like staple this onto.
The eye
the
contact
best
that
part.
happens after you're just like,
Yeah, you know how they have like those little like papers on that you can rip off
Yeah,
with, like, the phone
the phone
numbers and
numbers.
stuff, and it's just like you're just like staring at.
But could you imagine that, like the eye contact when you turn around and see the black person watching you staple and you're just like, oh,
Like, that's just awkward, man. Anyways,
I mean,
that's what's happening.
Enjoy your
in DC.
moms and tots, whites only. I hope it does everything y'all needed to do for you. I don't know, fuck. Who cares? Like, you want to be around white people, then be around white people.
European children. First of all, a lot of y'all European countries can't even stand each other. The Irish hate the Scottish. The English don't give a shit about
no one.
Like, that's... Anyways... Yeah, y'all do.
And when they say European, are they okay with the Turkish kids? Because they're in Europe too.
Yo,
I'm just wondering, like, whites only. What does that mean? European children. Like, Europe has a very wide range of what people
Russian
look like.
to English to
the Turkish, the freaking Albanians. Like, what about Eastern Europe? Like, Romania?
Albania's in... So it's Algeria that's in Africa.
Yeah. Okay. Albania is like that country with the human trafficking.
Yeah, there's the Slovenia.
Yeah, like there's
Polish.
There's Romania. There's all these places. So
a lot of these people don't really interact with like they don't fuck with each other that much. Just because you're white, there's so many different cultures. Like, you're just speaking white Canadian. I don't even know why you said the European.
Yeah, why would you say European?
I don't
sound
think
dumb
your
as hell.
kids really know their culture like that, and I don't think you know your culture like that too. Because I'm pretty sure the last time you visited Europe was your great grandpa that was born in England. So stop. The furthest you've been is friggin' Ontario. Don't even.
Ontario.
Don't even.
Literally.
Yeah, that's crazy that was there. My boyfriend's mom lives in BC. Not my boyfriend's mom. My boyfriend's sister lives in BC, and she's married. So she's married to a white guy, and then her kids are a quarter black. And it just must be so interesting because she's half black, but she looks more black than my boyfriend. So like she's not passing whatsoever. She just looks black even though she's actually half. And to be in a community where you're seeing that shit is just wild. Like, I know it's 2023, but there is still racism in Canada. I don't know why people don't think that there is.
I don't know anyone who doesn't think that there's racism in Canada, except for white people who don't see it because it doesn't happen to them. There's a lot of people. That's the only issue. Like, it's not even about. It's the fact that people want to diminish your experience because they didn't have the same experience.
Well,
that's
I know.
Annoying.
Growing up, so one of my exes is Haitian, and in high school, we went to high school together. We went to this high school party, and there was this white girl. She had asked my ex if he had ever experienced, or someone asked my ex if he's had ever experienced racism, and he said, yes, I've been discriminated against. And then this white girl was just like, no, you haven't. Why are you lying? Literally nowadays, you should see this girl's Instagram. She's the biggest activist. She's all about equal rights, all about the LGBT because her brother is now her sister. But where was this energy back in freaking 2009 when you were, as a white woman, telling a black man that he's never experienced racism? I just didn't understand. Yeah, and she can't understand why her brother is now her sister. People can't accept that. Like, chill.
There's a lot of people who like have made comments like that. They're like, you don't know what it's like. I'm like, how are you gonna tell me my experiences in my own life?
But then there's also that video that I sent you guys of this this black woman, and it was I think it was a Black Lives Matter protest, and this black woman went up to these people, and some of these people were white, and she was saying black people are not less than.
We're not oppressed. Stop telling us that we're oppressed.
This is a psychological thing that we're still pushing because she's black and she's not oppressed. There's just a lot of layers to this because as much as we have been oppressed, we also have been the most free. It's kind of like how women also fight for women being oppressed, but then it's also the most free that we've been. So it almost contradicts itself. So yeah, it's very interesting with all these protests. But yeah, this white girl, it almost comes off as inauthentic sometimes. But people do grow up. This was 2009. Now this is 2023. So she's had a lot of time to learn. She actually ended up teaching abroad in Asia. So I feel that's where it exactly well, like when you grow up here in the suburbs in Canada, like that will put a lot of blind spots on you. And that's why I encourage people to travel because they end up seeing so many different types of people. And honestly, just going to the Ottawa Red Blacks game on the weekend, and the non-diversity there, it like, because I've been out of Ottawa for a lot lately, so coming back here, it actually was kind of shocking to me and made me really realize how much I don't want to live here. And it's really boring, and the teams are trash. Like, I told my boyfriend at this point, we'll watch a hockey game because that's actually
I'm sorry,
that's
but the
actually
hockey
NHL. So it's
Hockey is
legit
lit.
versus.
I've been to a few hockey games. Hockey games are pretty fun.
They're so
They're
much
such
fun.
a good
And I
time.
don't even watch hockey like that. And it's so much fun. It doesn't matter. It's so good. And it's top level. It's the NHL or even a basketball game. But basketball games are more expensive than hockey games.
And they're all the way in
in
Toronto.
Toronto. Or, yeah, there's no Montreal team.
No.
I think they were. Anyways, I thought they were looking into making a Montreal.
They should. Montreal would be great.
Because there's only one Toronto.
Canadian team.
There's only one Canadian team, and it's Toronto. So that'd be hype.
Yeah. And I'll still never root for Toronto.
Well, when we were watching the Red Blacks game, I was low-key rooting for the Montreal anyway.
Oh, no,
I was not
Listen,
really
let me tell you
rooting
something.
for
Let me tell you
Ottawa.
something. When Montreal is in the running, I always root for Montreal.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, yeah, we live here and whatever, but we're Montrealers through and through. Like, we rep MTL all
I
day,
will
every
always
day.
rep
I will
Montreal.
always rep Montreal.
I'm kind of embarrassed to rep Ottawa sometimes.
Because Ottawa is embarrassing. Did you see what they did you see what they did at the Red Blacks game?
You see what they did at the House of Commons. So,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it's just embarrassing. So, next topic, we have Lil Tay coming back
Ah,
online.
Lil Tay.
And she dropped a banger, Sucker for Green, 2.5 million views on YouTube.
Good for her.
And she's now 16 years old.
She's only 16.
She was 9 years old when this was happening.
But no, she's been gone for 5 years, so she was definitely not 9.
Okay, sorry, she was 10. I think she was 10,
Yeah.
9 or 10. And now she's 16.
I
So
saw her video of like clearing a bunch of stuff up, saying how her mom was never fired. She resigned. Her
abused.
dad is a misogynistic
They were-
racist.
Yeah, she went through a lot. She still looks the same, but older. Taller, yeah. And she still gives the same Lil Tay energy.
Oh my God! When
She's still
the first thing,
FU.
the first thing she said when she came, the first thing out of her mouth in the video was, "It's been 5 years and y'all are still broke." And I was like, "Damn, you really had to come for us like that?" Like,
And it's funny
jeez.
because she didn't delete her Instagram account. She deactivated it. So tell me why, when I was scrolling on her timeline today, I realized that I've liked a bunch of her posts from like
course you would.
2018.
of course you did.
I'm like, wow. Just a bunch of my friends. Everyone liked her shit. Like, she was really popping off, and now she's back on our necks again. And I like it for
Not
her.
on our neck.
Because now she's in power. And I actually really feel bad for all these kids that their parents push them into the limelight, because they don't get to do it the way they want to
wanna
do it.
yeah.
And then they get manipulated, taken control of, taken advantage.
Like
and then
Britney
this is what-
Spears. But now they need I'm sorry. Like, I love Britney Spears. I love her. But she needs to be locked back up. They need
into
to
a
reel it
psych
back in.
ward in
Like,
the padded room.
yeah.
Take the knives away.
She needs some Britney time. Like, she needs to talk to a therapist.
This is what happens when a little girl is put into superstardom and all you see her is as an object, because
She's out of her
she's going
blood
through
clot
it,
mind.
and some of her fans are really trying to tell us that she's fine.
She's not fine.
And then she's trying to tell us that she's fine, and we're
She's
like,
not.
bro, blink
not okay.
twice, please.
No, but like, Stacey, her videos are so cringy to watch. Like,
And she's like dead inside.
literally, there's no life in her eyes.
I've seen her perform, not in person, but she was alive, you know? She had something. There was still like a spirit there.
Not
There was
anymore.
still hope.
Now it's just a shell of a human.
Oh, my
Motivated by
God.
antidepressants,
But
anti-anxiety
she's still
pills.
doing what she knows. Like, she's still dancing, you know? That's what she does.
She needs to stop. Also, whoever her makeup artist is, you should be fired. You should be.
She always looks like
fired.
she just finished crying and all her mascara's running down, or like she didn't take her makeup off the night before.
Like 3 nights ago.
She always in her little underwear, trying to put it as low as possible so we could see those little 2 stars that she tatted on her. Like, what is wrong with you?
Britney wants
Honestly, her dance moves used to be better.
Britney wants to bring back lowrider jeans so bad,
So
and we're
bad.
not having it.
Her dogs are crying for help in the back. They probably haven't been fed in a while.
What's going on?
Her
at the
hair, I
Spears
can
house?
always see her little clip-ins or her little tracks.
It looks like a rat's nest. I love Britney so much. I freaking love her. She needs help.
It just makes us wonder who is around her.
Yeah.
Because it's not Jamie Lynn Spears. It's not freaking Zoe from Zoe 101. That's for sure. And I get it. She doesn't trust her family anymore.
As
I'm not even
shouldn't.
saying to put her in a conservatorship again because that was messed up. But at this point, it's like she's lost her mind.
She's lost her
who's gonna
blood
take care of
clot
her?
mind,
Like,
bro.
we're
She
literally
needs
just
help.
watching her.
It's like watching a train wreck.
It's like the Truman Show almost. Like, we're watching her and we're all like, but is anyone gonna help her? And it's like, no, we're getting views, we're getting likes, like she's fine. And it's like one day something horrible is gonna happen. And I feel so bad because we're all just watching the train wreck.
It's like, when you pass by a car accident.
Exactly.
And you can't stop watching. Like, it's just getting more and more graphic and more whatever as you pass, and you just can't look away. That's how I feel about Britney. Like,
and I love Britney. Like, we have ties, like generational ties to Britney Spears. So I feel, God bless you. I feel like we're almost like we owe her this to save her.
I literally,
Like,
honestly,
it's
like
actually so sad.
Literally, I almost feel like responsible to go and save her. Like, if I had a white horse and I could be a white and shining armor and save Britney, I would.
And to think at the time we were like, Kevin Federline, like, what a douche. Like, he's a bad influence on her.
Meanwhile, he's the one taking care of her kids.
Like, where are her kids? Even Justin Timberlake just came out unscathed. He seems like he's reunited with friggin' NSYNC. He's living his life.
Britney just can't get it together.
And she was the chosen one. That's the crazy part. Like, we were all rooting for her. She did so well, and then I don't know.
Well, she did. They did put her on a lot of like antipsychotics. And
so I wonder if she's on it now or this is her off of it. Like, it's a very close to Kanye West situation, but she's just not out here saying racist, anti-Semitic shit.
Yeah, Kanye really
just sticks to her
dancing. Kanye, like,
but Kanye also he has a bunch of footage leaked talking shit about Cardi B.
Oh, I saw that. He was talking about Corey and Cardi. He said that Cardi's a plant.
And
he's a CIA.
Corey's in the CIA.
Oh yeah, and
Cardi's
a plant. What's a plant?
Like a industry plant. Like, they just put her in there to. But why would they put a plant? I just don't get the whole plant situation because the industry is still controlling things. Like, they control the streams. I was listening to Brilliant Idiots. They were talking about how Drake's song "Slime You Out" or whatever with SZA, even though it wasn't big, it still made #1. But then you realize, like, the next week it's not #1, it's like number 20 because no one's actually playing it. It's just the music industry like paying to play it on the radio, like forcing it to be a single, even though it's not. No one cares about it. Whereas
like when Charlemagne made that comment and then Drake was not having it.
Drake literally read Charlemagne the God for Filth on Instagram last week.
And it was hilarious. When he said, "You're just mad that you look like an off-brand Morris Chestnut," I was like, wrap it up. Wrap it up for today. Thank you, internet. There's no reason.
I love that.
That was ruthless.
But Drake's all artists are sensitive about their art. And Drake and Charlemagne, because I watch him, and he was basically criticizing the single, saying obviously it's gonna go #1. It's Drake and SZA. It's gonna go #1, but no one's really talking about it. Like, it's not that hype of a hit. Like, it's not a banger. It's really not. So
I mean,
it is what it is.
To this day, I have not listened to it, so that tells you.
I listened to it once, and I'm not gonna play it ever again.
I heard it I heard a bit of it in the background of the reel, but the thing is, because I didn't catch I didn't download it. Normally, if I hear something and I'm like, "Ooh, that sounds good," I'll download it, but it didn't.
It's not that fire. It's just like generic SZA and generic Drake, which is great, but it's not anything.
It wasn't anything that anyone needed to get up in arms about.
It really wasn't. Yeah. And I'm waiting. I'm looking for Meg Thee Stallion to come out with music. I know Cardi B came out with her bongos with Meg Thee Stallion.
You know what it is? I like Cardi B. Not Cardi. I love Cardi, but I like Meg. I don't know, her music lately, I'm just like, I'm good.
Yeah, it's one of those things where because they always talk about the same things, it just gets played out.
It kind of reminds me of Nicki Minaj. I love Nicki, but then it was always like all her things are the same. All you bitches is my son. I'm the
never
queen.
be me.
You
I'm
could
the
never be me. You
queen.
want to be
Lil
me
Wayne
so bad.
Lil Wayne and Drake.
Lil Wayne and Drake, shout out. Young Money
Cash
this.
Money.
Like, I'm like, okay, I've heard it before. So like, I'm just like, yeah, wrap it up. And I feel like that's where
But she's lyrically talented, one, and two.
Yeah, but all her
like,
lyrics
she
are the
had her-
same
she had
about
her
the same
pop
thing.
phase, so she had longevity. Because first she came out as like a freestyler,
rapper, and I loved her.
So she had her evolutions, her different eras. These girls are not having different eras. At least Doja, for example, she's having a different era right now. Like she's switching it up.
Doja's wildin'.
She's another wild one, but there's a difference between Doja Cat and Britney Spears. Doja Cat is like she's a troll, whereas Britney Spears, it's like
she has a mental illness.
She needs medication.
Yeah,
exactly.
She needs medical attention.
Doja Cat might end up being like that at some point, being
not right
in the
now.
industry long enough. But yeah, no, Britney Spears is a whole nother, like that shit is deep.
You know who I'm actually really into right now?
Who?
Bia.
Oh, I like
Bia a lot. I like
Bia.
her lyrics. I like her vibe.
Yeah, just like pretty girl, but not like so.
She's like a pretty
That's,
girl,
like,
but
trash.
Yeah, she's a pretty girl, but she'll still like put her foot on your neck.
Yeah.
And she's like,
lyrics.
and she's also like gangster as fuck.
Yeah, like
as
and
much
she
as
switches
she's,
it
like,
up with the Spanish, with the English, the flow. I like her. She has a lot of good.
She's a good. Yeah, her writing
songs.
game is
Yeah, it's
really
really good.
it's on point.
I also want Kanye to come out, but I want Rihanna to come out.
Kanye needs to,
obviously.
like, the thing about Kanye West is like he is he's a genius. He's literally so talented. He just is off the rails. Like he needs to like reel it in. Like sometimes he says things and I'm like, my guy, you could have said this in any other way. It did not need to come out like this.
Like,
and his
he's the type of
crazy ass
person that
wife,
needs
like,
to be edited.
Yeah.
Can't just get raw Kanye. It's too much for us.
You can't even let him go on live TV.
No, you can't.
You can't.
You can't let him he can't have access to his own phone. Like, that's the type of person.
Yeah, like, he is the kind of guy who, like, if a thought comes into his mind, he's saying it. Like, he doesn't filter the inappropriate parts. He doesn't give
so annoyed with him. It's like, who gave Kanye his phone, his password?
Literally,
I thought I changed it.
I changed it yesterday. Like, what is going on here?
He's just like, yeah, you changed it from a 1 to a 5, so I guessed it. Like, exactly. You know how we do with our passwords. Also, I'm watching Kardashians. Kardashians is back.
I'm not gonna watch it until the end.
Okay, well, I'm watching it because I saw some trailers. I'm like, you know what, Kardashians, they're so good at what they do. Like, I watched the trailer, and next thing you know, I was on Disney Plus watching Kardashians' first episode, and then I was also reminded that Disney Plus came out here talking about how they're gonna crack down on their password sharing as well. And I'm using my sister's Disney Plus, so I guess I'm saying farewell to Malcolm in the Middle, Scandal, and the Kardashians, because they said they're going to start cracking down in November.
We'll find a way.
It's like, because inflation is not enough. Y'all just, they saw what Netflix did. Netflix ended up getting more people to subscribe, and now Disney is just hopping on. So I'm very sad about that, but hopefully they don't catch us.
I'm really annoyed. Just be out here wilding out.
Disney's out here wilding out, but like that's just capitalism. They're always trying to up their last year.
Like, y'all don't have enough money, you fucking greedy bitches. Like,
well, they need to last for eternity. That's Disney's legacy. Is lasting for eternity.
Disney's not going anywhere. When the last person on this planet takes their last breath, Disney will be right next to them. Like, it's not like you're going anywhere. You've been here. Like, they celebrated, 100 years of Disney not that long ago? Like,
it's this year, 100 years.
Y'all have done enough. Please. Just, how greedy are you?
Yo, it's not about greed. It's
about
business.
Greed.
It's about that money. It's about that profit.
That's greed.
It's about that profit.
It's that caring that much when you're already a profitable company.
Yeah, but
it's one thing if they were
have
losing
to
money.
always
This is
outdo themselves. That's the business strategy. You always have to
greedy,
get better and better, or else
greedy.
you're a failing business.
Y'all are greedy. Disney is greedy. Okay?
Well, I don't know. How much is your Disney?
I don't know, like
subscription?
$13, $12.
Yeah, I can't add something else. I don't mind pirating stuff,
I might have to start.
but it's just so much easier when it's legal. You just have an app. It's just easy access. You know it's
I'm
gonna
about to
be
buy an
there. Good-
Android box.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, but it just sucks because
fucking weird.
I thought I passed all that with Netflix, and then you know what? I've been also watching Tubi. I've been watching Kitchen Nightmares, binging Kitchen
No,
Nightmares.
Those Tubi
Tubi
movies
is great.
Stacey,
They
did
have
you
bootleg
see-
stuff. I saw.
No.
I saw that
Did
black
you
movie.
see-
I don't know what that was.
Did you see the video of it was like one of those black movies and the girl comes to the door and then the husband, the wife and the kid and she shoots the husband and then shoots the wife and the little girl's like, please, I'm just a child, and she
Like the ghetto. It's giving Zeus
it's
Network.
literally like
no,
no, it's giving like the African movies from back in the
Indian
day.
movies.
The Indian movies, the Haitian movies, like those like
and those
movies
really
from back
dramatic
home
ones, soap
with like
opera
the worst
effects.
FX you've ever
Exactly.
seen in your life. Hilarious.
Tubi's killing it.
They're
It's
trying.
free.
They're doing their best. It's
Yeah,
free?
Yeah, it is free.
Oh shit.
I just have it on like the app of the TV and I use it.
That's actually
I also
so
watched it
funny.
when I was in Miami because it's free. So I like Tubi.
That's actually so funny.
And YouTube's got some stuff too.
Yeah, no one's paying for YouTube Premium, let me tell you that much.
I'm not, but I do because I watch so much YouTube. I understand why. I'm just not doing it. But I
I'm
understand
not paying for
because
fucking-
these commercials, and when I'm falling asleep to a YouTube video, I don't like hearing the commercials just come out of nowhere because like my eyes are closed, and you know how ads are louder than the actual
Yes,
show?
oh my god.
And yeah, they be doing 2 non-skip ads back to back now. YouTube be wilding out.
They really are.
And they need to cut that shit
They
out.
need to
But at
cut
the
it
same
the
time,
fuck
the
out.
people are monetized, so it's like when you're on the that's the thing, when you're on the business side, you see things completely different than
It's
when you're
true.
on the consumer side.
It's
So
true.
I get it. But being on the consumer side is broke and ghetto.
It really is. It's broken ghetto out here.
It's a very costly being a consumer. So whatever.
Ugh.
Yeah, I'm gonna call this an episode.
Yeah, anyways, thank you so much for listening, tuning in. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, and listen to our podcast on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and watch our YouTube and subscribe and like
Bye.
and comment. You can go ahead and comment, you fucking assholes. I know you love it. Fucking dicks. Go off on the fucking comments, you fucking jackasses.